Hello students, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, we will be discussing the features of joint stock companies, and we will also discuss the different types in which a joint stock company can be created. Now we all know that sole proprietorship and partnership are most commonly used form of business ownership, but they have got their own disadvantages and shortcomings. So joint stock company basically focuses on the shortcomings of sole proprietorship and partnership, and it basically focuses on bringing in large amounts of resources which can make the business really big and reach out to different parts of the society. So let us see the features of joint stock company. Now, a company, or which is also called as joint stock company, is given the status of artificial legal person. Now, who is an artificial legal person? Artificial legal person is created by the law of the country. And we also understand that this artificial legal person has all the abilities that of a natural person. So this is the first important point of the joint stock companies. Second point is it's an incorporated body. While discussing the partnership business, we had told that registration is optional. But when it comes to joint stock companies, there is no such option. It has to be registered under the Companies Act. Next point is capital divisible by shares. So here the capital can be divided amongst the investors. Generally, the face value of the shares in India is 10 rupees. It can be 25 rupees. It can be 50 or it can be 100. There are different face values in which these shares are provided by the promoters. Then we have the transferability of shares. One person holding the share can transfer the shares to the other person. We all know that equity shareholders are the owners of the company. Here, when we talk about transferring of the shares, it means that a person is not just transferring the shares, but is also transferring the ownership from him to another person. Next point is perpetuality of existence, perpetual existence. This is very important. We had seen in characteristic features of sole proprietary and partnership that there is always a question mark on the existence of the business for a very long time when it is sole proprietary or partnership. But when it comes to joint stock company, these companies exist for a very long time if they continue to do well. We have heard about companies which are existing for the last 100 years, 150 years, etc. It is purely because they are joint stock companies, and like we tell, people come and people go. Company is a going concern. Management may change, the CEOs may change, the directors may change, but what happens is the company will continue to exist. Next point is there is limited liability. This is one of the biggest advantages of joint stock company. Suppose I buy 10 shares of a company and that company doesn't do well, all that I'm going to lose is the money that is associated with that 10 shares and nothing much. So, and my personal assets are not attached to the company. So this is the limited liability concept. Next point is representative management. Although all equity shareholders are the owners of the company, it is not possible to make everybody the management of the company. So there are few people who are selected and they become the management of the company and they run the organization. You can also call them as the board of directors and others. Now, there are different forms of companies. The three important forms that we are going to discuss here includes, the first one is the private company. Now, what's the characteristic feature of a private company? There should be a minimum of 2 and a maximum of 200 members. This is how a private company is created. Restrict the right of transfer of shares. The transfer of shares should happen within these 100 people, or there should be consent taken to transfer the shares outside these 100 members, or how much ever are the members of the organization. Next point is it prohibits any invitation to public to subscribe for any securities of the company. It doesn't advertise telling that this company is looking for shareholders who can come and invest the money and buy the shares. No such things will happen. It is a closed circuit sort of a thing. The second type of company is the public company, and here the minimum members should be 7 and there is no upper limit for the members, and it can have any number of members, and it is open for the public scrutiny. The balance sheet should be published in the media where the public can come to know the status of the company. And the last one is one person company. Here, it's a company with just one member. So here we saw there should be a minimum of 2. Here we told there should be a minimum of 7. But when it comes to one person company, like the name itself suggests, there is only one person who owns and runs the company, and all the essential things that we saw in the private company is applicable in the one person company. So these are the 3 most common types of companies that can be formed. I hope you have understood this concept. If you have any doubts, you can get back to us and leave your doubts in the comment section, and we shall get back to you with the right answers. Thank you so much.